Hello, welcome once again, and welcome to an exciting new year on the Coach's Corner program. I'm Jeff Ruth, your host, along with Hardy Coach Chuck Williamson.
Yep.
I'm thinking after the game Friday night, we can't make this a 20 or 30-minute show. I said we could have done 30 minutes just in highlights, I think.
Absolutely. We got off to a big lead and squandered it and then came back. So, exciting game.
One of those games, and, you don't know, but having an 18-point lead, losing as quick as you did, if you had lost that game, that would have been tough to overcome, not only this week, but maybe the rest of the season.
Yeah, and it's almost carbon copy last year's game. We had a lead and gave it up, and then we didn't come back. And then this group's pretty resilient, and they battled back, so I'm proud of them.
11 penalties, 3 turnovers. If you told me that at 7 o'clock Friday night, I'm thinking there's no way Hardy's going to come out of here with a win, but you did.
Yep, we did. We overcome it. We got to fix that. We have to clean some stuff up, and if we do, we can be a dangerous football team.
Yeah, well, it was a nice win against Mount Vernon last Friday night. Certainly a tough test coming up this Friday against Ashland. We'll come back. We'll take a look at some of the highlights from the contest. We also have a couple of the players we'll talk to. We'll do that right after these words. Back once again on the Coach's Corner program, and Coach, your second year this year, and we talked before the first game. How much of a difference does that make, basically having a lot of your coaching staff back? You know the kids know you. How much of a difference does that make?
It's huge. Just schematically, them understand our terminology and what we're trying to accomplish and our message we're trying to get across to them. So it's really big.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from the contest last week. You got out to that 10-0 lead, and thanks to a couple of mistakes by Mount Vernon on their punting unit, that really helped you out a lot. I think we're going to see the first touchdown of the game here.
Yeah, we threw a little H-fly, H-dart. Great job on the perimeter by the receivers. Something that's not their favorite thing to do to block. Jackson Shipley was perfect on the night, four extra points and a 21-yard field goal.
Yeah, I kind of got lost last week with all the highlights, but boy, it's nice to have a kicking game like that.
Defense played well, swarming to the ball. Coach Carnes got them playing hard. As you well know, defense is about effort.
Here is the first touchdown of the game to put you up 10-0.
I believe we ran Jet here. Yeah, Jet with Parker Davis, who had a great night. He had 11 catches, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns. Great job by Ray J. Holbert throwing the block that got him in the end zone.
Halftime, coaches always make adjustments, and you came out, you marched the ball down the field on that opening drive of the second half. They had scored in that last play of the first half to get them a little momentum, but nice drive to start the second half, and that's what you really want to see to start the second half.
We talked to them how important this drive was, and they executed. Again, we go a little H-fly motion, a little dart this time. Again, we get the ball out to Parker Davis. He makes a couple guys miss. He had a great night. He's number 1 in receiving MOAC right now. A little sprint out. Nice catch by Parker. That was a great catch on the sideline. This is our diamond formation. We ran a little toss play. Here we get Justin Long and Lucas Keller, 2 defensive guys. They're leading the way there. Offensive line does a great job here. Ray J walks in this one. And the big old hole, and he doesn't get touched. So great job by the offensive line.
At this point, you got to be thinking things are pretty positive for you.
Yeah. We fumbled the kickoff. I think it's coming up. Great read, great throw. It was this play. We made an adjustment over the week. Was it Wednesday, Connor? I think Wednesday. Normally that's our Viper route, so we'll run a vert, then we'll run a slant, then we'll run an arrow. And we saw on film that the safety seemed to start looking at that slant, so we changed Parker's route to a go route, and Connor did a great job of seeing it and right over the top.
And
Our favorite play right there.
that's right, yeah. Talk a little bit about Connor getting his first start.
Yep.
I know he'd like to have that one interception back, but other than that, I thought he played a really solid
He did.
game.
He was 20 of 27, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns, 85%. Actually, I just finished grading him. He graded out, I think, 86%. Take those 2 plays away, he nearly had a perfect night. So first start, you're going to have jitters, but he handled it well. Had a good night. Took what the defense gave him. Like the one ball just sailed on him. He had the right read. He made the right read. It just sailed on him. The other one, he knows. Don't throw middle late. He knows that. So that one, he's going to fix that though.
Okay, and you got to talk about the penalties.
Yeah,
I think it was 11, but it seemed like there were 20.
Yeah. 7 offsides.
Yeah.
Offsides. I saw Coach Chase Kern yesterday. Because I was asking what equipment he needed. He goes, all I need is a ball and some shields. He goes, we're working on nothing but counts. So I know they were down there for a while working on it. So he'll get it fixed.
Well, half the teams in Ohio are 0-1, so you're better than half the teams in the state of Ohio right now.
Absolutely. So proud of our kids.
All right, nice comeback, but you got your work cut out for you, and we'll talk about Ashland coming up here shortly. When we come back, we have a couple of the players we're going to talk to, and we'll be back right after these words.
Bucci's Italian Scratch Kitchen is a unique dining experience with made-from-scratch ingredients and meticulous preparation of each and every plate. At Bucci's, you will not find a canned sauce in our kitchen. Every sauce from marinara and Alfredo to our scampi and marsala is prepared from scratch every single day for every single meal.
Don't forget the dessert prepared from scratch in our kitchen. Choose from fresh-made cheesecake, tiramisu, brownies, or creme brulee for a sweet treat to finish your meal.
Bucci's is also expanding with the addition of our Dock Lounge, featuring the best in local live entertainment, as well as a variety of signature cocktails and limited menu items.
The upstairs Urban 501 area is available to host your most special occasions and private events.
Also coming soon to Bucci's is our fabulous outdoor courtyard area where you and your friends can enjoy outdoor games and entertainment. Located at 320 West Center Street in Marion, Ohio, Bucci's Italian Scratch Kitchen, Urban 501, the Dock, and the Courtyard are your one-stop entertainment hub for any event, large or small.
Back once again on the Coach's Corner program. This is the segment where we talk to a couple of the players, and we're going to talk to a junior and a senior. And J.J. Starks to my immediate left and Connor Pennington to my left. J.J., we'll start with you. Talk a little bit about this year compared to last year. And I talked with the coach just briefly. This is his second year. Just talk a little bit about how much more comfortable maybe the players are with terminology and running plays and that kind of thing.
It's been really good. All of us have been working inside the off season to get a lot stronger and everything, and coach has made it very easy for us, and we go over plays like we do it fast and physical, and it's just a lot easier than last year because he's now used to it.
Mm-hmm. Talk a little bit about the position or / positions that you play.
I played defensive end and defensive tackle, so I'm on the D-line.
And you had one of the really key plays last year, or last week rather, in the win against Mount Vernon with that, you recovered a fumble late in the ball game.
Yeah, stripped the fumble.
So talk a little bit about what it's like with the guys down on the sideline. You're up 24-6, and then before you know it, you're down. Was there any panic on the sideline, or just kind of what was it like down the sideline?
All of us still kept our head up. A couple of us, we just had to, stay straight and keep our heads on tight and everything, and it was pretty good.
You talked a little bit about off-season workouts and so forth. Kind of talk a little bit about the summer and how important that was for you, yourself, and the rest of the team to kind of prepare for this year.
A lot of us showed up to the off-season, weightlifting every single day at 4 in the morning. All of us.
4 in the morning?
Yeah. Yeah, 4 in the morning, and then we do a conditioning session after that. I put on a lot of weight. A lot of my teammates have put on a lot of weight, put on a lot of strength and duration and everything. So it's a very key point to football to show.
I was going to say, if you show up 4 in the morning, you're dedicated,
Yeah.
and you're serious about playing football.
Yeah.
Kind of talk a little bit about maybe goals for yourself or goals for the team this year.
We want to make it to the playoffs. We want to hopefully win the playoffs and go on to the championships and have a winning record and show people wrong.
Well, certainly a nice win last week, and congratulations on some big plays in that game last week.
Thank you.
All right. Connor, you're the quarterback, and
Yeah.
you pretty much know all eyes, look at you on Friday night.
Yeah.
Assess your first game.
I went in there. I had confidence. I was really nervous. And then I got out there, and it's weird because, the first play, I just, I don't know how to explain it. I just threw the ball somewhere, right in a hole. And we got big yards, and then that set the tempo for the rest of the game, and, yeah.
Did you think at that point, hey, this isn't bad at all?
Yeah, yeah. And the O-line did a really good job of making a pocket for me.
Last year, of course, Alex, and it seems like Alex was playing quarterback here for, the last 5 or 6
Yeah.
years. So you didn't get much in the way of reps. Talk a little bit about what you did in the summer to get ready, and maybe your scrimmages and how you performed, and whether you thought maybe
I was
last.
with Coach a lot, going over stuff and learning the whole playbook because it's a big playbook you got to learn. And then going through defenses, got to learn all the defenses, what's going to be open on this, what's going to be open on that. And then, just trusting Coach.
Talk a little bit about that series. You gave up those 3 touchdowns. You're trailing really for the first time in the whole game. You knew what a big series that was. Just kind of talk a little bit about that touchdown play, the pass, the catch by Parker, and so forth.
So when they scored, I kind of went into panic mode. I started panicking, but then I just told myself I got this. And then we went out there, we ran a screen. And that's when I got nervous because we didn't get too many yards off of it. And then I seen him call the plays Viper. So later in the game, I could have threw Parker open, but I didn't. And then the whole time I was watching this high safety, and if he just moved a little bit, Parker was going to go right in between them. And the safety was watching the slant, and I just seen Parker wide open and threw him open.
Yeah, sometimes that's the toughest play where you see a guy's open, and you just sometimes you try to make that perfect pass, and sometimes it doesn't work. But it was a great pass on your part.
Yeah.
You mentioned the offensive line; they gave you the time to throw the football.
Yeah.
It's got to be pretty nice to not only have Parker, but you got some pretty capable wide receivers, and you have an outstanding running back as well.
Yeah, all off season I just worked with them the whole time. Just got in all my footwork. Be on the same page with all of them, and we were just all on the same page.
Yeah. Have you kind of set any goals for yourself or the team this year?
At least go to the playoffs, win a playoff game, and beat Pleasant. That's the big one, is beat Pleasant.
That's a revenge game this year, isn't it?
Because I got CJ Wessler, the head coach. That's my uncle, and all he talks about is it. So.
Okay. Well, I think that's was that the week 9, I think.
Yeah, senior night.
Oh,
Senior
okay.
night.
Okay, so that'll be an important ball game.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one. But we got a lot of games to get through between now and then. Well, Connor, nice debut last Friday night.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the win. JJ, continued success with you, and we'll look for a lot of good things out of Marion Harding football this year.
Yeah,
All right, thanks for being on.
no problem.
We'll be back with more on our Coach's Corner program right after these words.
Welcome to Harding Telecom Digital Media. Unlike television, print, and radio media, which are all one-way communications, digital media creates an interconnected world of interactive communications that puts you in control of content creation and broadcasting. As a member of Harding Telecom, we have 3 ways of building your digital media skills. As an underclassman, you can take our semester-long class, Intro to Video Editing, where you'll be introduced to the latest hardware and software in digital media. Learn to create your own content with overlays, special effects, and audio processors. Your content will only be limited by your imagination. Telecom 1 is a year-long class that introduces you to the world of audio-video broadcast communications. Here you will learn how to operate video hardware and software, design sets, direct and produce events, and expand your editing capabilities broadcasting online and over our public access television channel. You will learn to produce daily news announcements and share your creations throughout our cable television and social media networks. Finally, Telecom 2 is our year-long class available for upperclassmen who have completed the prerequisite Telecom 1 class. Here you will produce and direct your own broadcast events. You will be put in charge of productions and lead other students through the introductory processes of media production. Many of our telecom graduates have gone on to study broadcast media in college and launched careers as television news and weather personalities, Emmy-winning editors for nationally syndicated television shows, and audio production engineers. So don't hesitate to schedule Harding Telecom Digital Media. Talk to your guidance counselor or see Mr. Mullins in room 201.
Back once again on the Coach's Corner program, and Coach talked about being 1-0 last week. Really, for the most part, 2-a-days weren't too bad weather-wise, and really the last week or two haven't been bad, but certainly a hot week all this week. What kind of preparations do you make for practicing in the heat like this?
We require our players to bring a gallon of water. Dr. Bolden allowed ask him if we had permission to carry water bottles around classes. So they carry a gallon of water every day. We started on Monday and they drink it. It's the same thing happened to me at courthouse, but we cramped up. So I did some research in LSU. That's where I got it at. So they're doing that this week, and at least we're getting some hot weather to practice in. And I said all last week, I said, this isn't good. It's too cool. It's too cool. And then, it's 90-something degrees on Friday night. So we'll be well prepared this week.
Yeah, talk a little bit about your preparation during the summer, because that's where the camaraderie starts up, the teamwork and that sort of thing, and obviously the early morning practices and so forth. Mm-hmm. What do you expect out of the guys during the summer?
We just come in and work hard. We do a 3-a-day. Actually, we do a full contact practice in the morning, then we do a special teams practice mid-morning, then we do just uppers in the afternoon practice. The good thing is with the high school letting us start May 15th now, we got a lot of our stuff in. So we're just kind of fine-tuning. Back in the day when I played, August 1st was the first time you did football. So it's changed a lot over the years. We do 7-on-7s in the summer. So the kids did a great job. Attendance was great, and it'll pay off for them in the end.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about a very formidable opponent. Mm-hmm. You got a really good quarterback in particular, but Ashland, they were down a few years ago, but they've come back the last few years, and they put together a really solid team.
Yeah, they're solid. I mean, they're well coached. They're a good football team. Last year we went up there, I guess it is, to Ashland. I think it was 14-6. Defense played lights out. And the statistics were off the charts. Almost, I think we had over 300 yards total offense to their 69, but we just couldn't get in the end zone. The quarterback, he's the real deal. I think Penn State's looking at him. He's 6'5", big kid. Against River Valley, they used him a lot as a running back. They never ran him a lot. Last year, our defense they shut him down. I think he had 39 yards passing, maybe 20-something rushing. Mm. So I told Coach Kern yesterday, I said, if you can do that again, I'm pretty sure we'll come out ahead, because I think we can put some points on the board.
Coaches always talk about week 1 to week 2 as being the most important week, maybe of the season as far as an improvement. What do you look to improve on this week?
Yeah, it's the 2 turnovers. We get, if we fix that, and penalties. You're exactly right. It's that the big jump comes from 1 to 2. So we're looking to make that big jump. And if we do it, I think it'll come out well.
All right, well, best of luck. It's another home game,
Yes.
so encourage all the fans watching to get out and support the team Friday night, 7 o'clock kickoff. And boy, there's nothing like Friday night football in Ohio.
Nothing like Friday night.
All right, appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Good
Appreciate
luck.
it.
We'll talk to you next week then.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
It's going to wrap it up for this edition of the Coach's Corner program. For Coach Williamson, I'm Jeff Ruth, and thanks for watching.